Every story has a beginning, middle, and an end. This story only begins when the play button is pushed and only ends when the time of this video comes to a cinematic close. The rest of it is the middle. But you won't see a rising climax or a solving resolution. It's not that type of story. I don't have characters and there isn't any conflict. The only narrative in this story is the footage, and me. When you're in the middle of the forest, you don't want to be stuck in the middle when the sun sets, and the trees become haunting figures that surround you in every direction you turn. Today, the sun was on my side. Every turn I made, the trees were glowing. Fall is here and it turns every leaf into a golden, crispy piece of nature. My camera was my sidekick. My lens was my weapon of choice. So what was I, the narrator, trying to do in the middle of a forest? Trying to prove to myself that I can make a working piece of videography art. I don't have a gimbal, I don't have a drone. It's how I put together multiple pieces of footage and how I try to document over that footage. We can all be honest, this footage isn't spectacular. It's barely even acceptable for that matter. No matter how hard I try, this isn't going to be award-winning. This isn't going to impress anyone. This isn't supposed to impress anyone. This is supposed to help me practice my narrative skills, my videography skills, which in itself I barely practice. So here's my attempt. I don't have anything fancy, just my Fuji X-T3. It was me, my camera, and the surrounding giants. I don't travel much. In fact, I barely get to travel. I haven't gotten to see Mount Fuji or see the evergreens when they are covered in so much fog that it's quite terrifying. These are things that I only dream upon visiting, experiencing. I get very discouraged when it comes to nature and landscape photography. Many photographers stay local, and to be quite honest, it's really rewarding. You know your local area better than anyone else. Anywhere you live, you have the ability to capture the most cliché sunrises and sunsets. And that's okay. You have to start somewhere. Challenge yourself. Believe it or not, forests are the most difficult locations to photograph. Why? Because think about it. It's mostly just trees that surround you. Add in a little golden hour and the trees become towers that can create sunbeams that look amazing in a staggering forest. I struggle to find inspiration in nature photography, especially in parks. It's almost as if everyone else has already taken that photo of a trail leading into an archway of golden trees. It's not what others have taken, it's how you execute it. You can take a picture that looks identical to someone else's. Doesn't mean your photo isn't art. Add flair to your photo. Finding boring locations you can make much more appealing when you think outside the box. At the end of the day, our photos we take, whether we like them or not, they have a purpose. You could take 1,000 photos in a day, and if you at least go out there and make an effort with what you photograph, one photo out of that 1,000 photos will be the game changer for you. One photo will make you go, wow. It doesn't matter that the other 999 photos are garbage. No one knows that except you. You are the deciding factor. You are your worst critic. Nothing I'm saying matters to you. You're going to fail, and frankly, you may give up. Some do, and that's why nothing I'm saying matters to you. If you give up, it isn't your calling. Maybe that's the antagonist of this project, this story. Failure and defeat. Well, nonetheless, nothing is stopping you from going out and finding stuff to photograph. Find the staggering forest, find the cliché trail, and find that typical sunset. It's easy to impress somebody if you have something to show them, but if you don't try and you don't have anything, nobody's gonna pay attention. Nobody will be impressed.